3 out of 4 Americans say that there should not be any political conversation at Thanksgiving.
I think that's stupid.
I think it is too.
You voted for Trump this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to speak to my dad, like my father, who's beyond a fucking retarded liberal, what would you say to him?
I mean, about...
to explain why Trump won and why you voted for him.
To me, it seems like he had a cohort of people just like him that were Democrats or independents.
Let's say it's not even that intellectual, but let's make it less intellectual. If you were speaking to my dad, right, who's a thick Polish accent from Poland, a clever guy, except again politically, he loves Rachel Maddow. If you were to explain to him why he should have voted for Trump or why he should understand why Trump won, what would you say?
Why you should have voted for Trump or why Trump won?
Yeah, and this will become relevant very soon. Can you pass me my phone? So here's my dad's number. Here, so it's that one.
What am I gonna do?
Just get this one, the middle one.
The middle one?
The mobile, yeah. You're gonna give him a call. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go ahead. Speakerphone. Oh no, of course, yeah. And I'll hold it next to your love.
Is this Lucian's Polish father? Yeah. Is that what I should say?
Mr. Wintrich.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Jay.
Is this Jay?
Yes.
This is Tristan. I'm working with Lucian right now. We had a couple questions to ask you.
Okay, what is it?
You got a second?
Next to the mic.
All right, so he was obviously, he's a political young man. He was talking about how you're a Democratic voter. I'm a Democratic voter too, right? And we were trying to talk to him about how, I was trying to convince him why we made the right choice. And I just wanted to hear from your perspective, what you were thinking about the election this year.
What I think about the election this year, well, it's a disaster, but it tells you where the country is. That's all.
Somebody tells you what the country is?
Culture, he said.
Oh, the culture.
He is an accent.
Where the country is politically.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's no. So let them experience.
Yeah. So Kamala's experience mostly over Donald Trump's.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Right. And what did you think about her work as like AG in San Francisco? Right. I mean, she was a big proponent of cracking down on crime, cracking down on drugs.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, I mean that was a pretty good thing, right? I mean that we.
It's positive. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, she was the most qualified. So, but Trump won, and that's what the country wanted, and that's what it is. So,
do you think it was? Do you think it was legitimate? Do you think there was any voter fraud?
That I don't know. I cannot speculate.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
I cannot speculate. That's,
I think it was interesting that she about all the stuff that she did while VP. Or do you really think that VP is like a position that we can actually get policy out of when they're in that position, or is it just kind of a no, right?
It's not. VP has to do whatever the president wants.
Sure, they serve at the pleasure of the president.
I mean, that's a basic thing. They cannot go on their own tangents.
Hey, Dad, it's Lucian. Do you mind if I call you back from my phone, which is going to be a little louder?
Okay.
Oh, 1 sec. Yeah, I think you're...
I've got old phone. I like tiny phone.
See, we tricked him because he has not picked up for me since. Actually, amazing. So now he's obligated to actually have this call. I'm gonna think about you were scared of my dad. Was it the accent?
I just didn't know what I was gonna ask him and how I was gonna get him to talk to me.
Do you want another drink? Because we're gonna dive into this dad interview.
Let's do it.
Boomers in Arizona, they love turquoise.
Turquoise is amazing.
Your mom has a lot of turquoise jewelry.
Yeah. My mom.
Look at that called. I know the Arizona people.
My sister's got a very.
I'm gonna peek quickly. I'm excited for this. This. So my dad, then maybe your dad. We do the thing with the 2 phones, the Chinese restaurants, 2 phones.
It's gonna be tough to get my dad to talk about politics. He wouldn't even tell me who he voted for. He was like, "Oh, it's private. It's private." I was like, "Okay."
Oh my! Well, this is fascinating. My little. Wow. Okay, so my younger brother, called me right after the dad call, probably to tell me like, don't do this, you'll give him a heart attack. That's fascinating. That's weird timing. Should we go straight to the dad, or should we see if...
Try my dad. It's your turn with my dad.
Whoa. No, we said we'd call him back. And he...
You're gonna call him back?
He's not
gonna pick up.
He has not spoken... Well, we'll see. Probably not. He has not spoken to me since Trump won. And we tricked him. We got him. So.
I wasn't gonna be like, why is Trump the greatest?
Hey, Dad. How are you?
Good. Lucian, but I'm in the middle of the news, so when I finish
the news. What program are you watching?
Just the regular.
The regular. Tell me what the regular is. Oh no, I'm curious what the regular is.
NBC.
NBC. Who's on right now? Which anchor?
Is David Lucian?
No, Dad. Why is it scary to tell me what anchor's speaking on the NBC, the regular, right now? Can you tell?
No, because you're setting me up.
I'm not setting you up.
Yeah, you are. I think you're using me for a podcast, and if that's the case, you really cannot do that.
Okay, well, you did sue me the first time.
If you're actually doing this right now,
no.
I do not give you your permission, okay?
Okay.
Your friend called. I asked him some questions.
Well, he didn't ask you too many questions.
You're asking me stupid questions.
I'm just asking who the regular news is. It's an easy... Oh, dear.
I am not going to even go there, okay? I'm not even going to go there.
Okay. Sure. How do you feel? Can I ask you? Yeah.
On NBC, there's only one person, Lester Holt.
Only one. He's the last person alive right now on NBC. Okay.
No.
I didn't know it's okay. It's the Lester Holt Network. Yeah. Okay. So it's Lester Holt. Great guy. Regular news, as you say. So here's a quick question, though. Since Trump, before he even got into office, right? It's not until January 6th, Israel, right? They're pulling out of Gaza, and then Russia is now in talks with Zelensky to pull out of Ukraine. So quickly. So these international conflicts that I told you would subside after Trump, if Trump did get in, they are subsiding. You realize that, right? So
I think you're kidding yourself. And everything comes with a huge price.
Wait, what's the price of ending wars?
I really don't want to talk to you about that. Okay.
Well, so what are we? Are we going to talk during Thanksgiving? Am I seeing you during Thanksgiving? Can we talk then? Are we going to talk about this during Thanksgiving?
We will be not talking about any politics on Thanksgiving if you want to spend time with me on Thanksgiving.
Well, what will we talk about?
I do not anything you like.
Anything I like. Well, I told you we could talk about Lester Holt. We could talk about Ukraine.
Politics. I am not going to say anything to you. You have your beliefs, and I have my beliefs, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Did you stepped on the wrong side? Well, you did. You will have consequences. We all will have consequences.
We'll all have the consequences. What's your favorite belief?
I believe in democracy, period. And that's it,
Just, yeah.
And it really doesn't, I don't believe in politics. I believe who is only aligned with my beliefs. That's all. That's how
And
simple
your one
it
belief
is.
is democracy.
No, I have many beliefs, and whoever lines up with those beliefs.
What's the
That's
second
what
belief?
I'm not going to do that. I already did that once.
So it's
with
just
you.
the one belief, democracy. Do you have a question for my dad before?
No,
No, my friend's an independent here, and quite honestly, he's very independent. He has stone necklaces and keys and.
I
yeah.
understand, but listen,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you permission to use that for a podcast.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you that right
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Well,
Because it seems to me that what you're doing.
it's I was curious about the beliefs.
I would appreciate that you give me the respect and not to do that.
Why do you always think I'm doing a podcast, Dad?
Because what else do you do? What else do you do? You know what? I don't understand.
I think democracy is a very important belief. I do. I said I think democracy is a very important belief. I think it's the top. There are a lot of others, but it's the top.
Of course. And that stands for many, many things, and that's all.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, okay.
Guys.
Well, enjoy your Lester Holt.
Yeah. Well, it's finished.
Send him my best. Oh well, sorry to keep you from Lester.
TiVo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to even go into that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure Rachel Maddow, one of your other favorites, is coming up. Love you, Dad. Sort of. But.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here's the thing: is that that's so like every Democratic voter, even if they're like less tight-lipped.
His belief is democracy.
Right, but that's the thing, is that they've just been told that Trump is anti-democracy and a fascist, and they get so mad with talking about it because they think any Trump voter is like the reincarnation of Satan.
And they
think
can't.
you're actively participating in evil.
They can't explain anything. What did he call?
It's the media.
I mean, it's so wild. What did he call NBC News? Regular? Just the regular?
Regular.
Yeah, regular.
Regular news, yeah.
The other thing too is like, did Kamala Harris go through the Democratic process? There was no primary. They pretty much just propped her up.
Right.
And so all these people that are talking about democracy is like, did you let the people have a choice in who the Democratic nominee was? I think that's what a lot of the people were rejecting, was the fact that they didn't get to choose a candidate. They did it to Bernie Sanders in 2016.
Oh,
There hasn't
yeah.
been a primary
Very
process.
publicly, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a primary process since Obama. So
I think they learned their lesson, though, this time around. Possibly.
maybe not.
Such being said, Biden, as I think a fuck you to Obama and the party itself, pushed Kamala forward, knowing that she'd fail. Like, that was very quick, Obama took, 2 weeks to endorse her, or a week and a half to endorse her. Biden very quickly, there are multiple theories here, but Biden very quickly just thrust her
I
forward.
think Biden was like, okay, well, I think he was convinced that the Democratic Party had to win no matter what, and she wasn't going to get his war chest if he didn't endorse her.
Yeah, so that's
And
that's the other theory.
$1 billion. What other candidate has ever had $1 billion
Didn't the
friggin' war chest and lost by such a huge
The DNC ran that war chest, right? It didn't need to come from Biden or the VP to pull that money over to another candidate.
I think
they
did,
could have had.
didn't
Actually, Michael would know. He knows
if they had an open primary,
technical shit
maybe,
like this.
I think
They could have pulled some of that money over, right?
No. All the money
They couldn't have?
it was committed because he had already won the primary.
Okay, so and it could have only gone to his VP.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Succession.
So how about let's with the topic of Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah,
A lot of
so
people
now
are
you're
heading
dead.
into the holidays. What are they gonna do with their
Yeah.
relatives that voted the other way?
Take my dad's number now.
Oh, so I can call him?
Yeah, you gotta use your phone. It's better.
Okay, here. Give me a sec. Should I write down a talking point? Oh, what's his name?
Rick.
Rick.
No, just fucking.
What's
He can handle it.
what's he do?
He
Aside from
works-
turquoise,
he works for a
the turquoise mines.
security company, and he is in a
Security.
country band.
He's on.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Let me see it again.
The person you're trying to...
Yeah, I won't repeat it, but
So you might have unknown caller block.
Yeah, call again, it should work.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I got it right. Try your phone. Okay, wait, hang up. Let me try again. Maybe it was just like a. Let me do it twice in a row.
Your call has
Oh, okay, yeah, he has an unknown caller thing. Okay.
Sorry, my phone's so quiet. Here, hold on.
Hello.
Hey, Rick. This is
Hey.
Lucian Wintrich, former White House correspondent. I'm sitting here with your son.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, Rick, can I call you from my phone? Because you're, is your son on your phone plan?
Yeah.
He should be eligible for an upgrade, I think, at this point.
I like my phone.
Yeah. So, do right by him. I'm gonna call you from a 646 number. Is that all right?
Sure. What's this about?
We're on a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. Hopefully you're, we called my dad last.
We're talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Sure. That's fine.
Okay, fantastic. Here, I'm gonna give you a call. Look out for a 646 number.
All right.
Thanks, Rick.
Wait.
I like him already.
Yeah, no, he's far more.
call has been forwarded.
Oh, come on, Rick.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, well, at least we got one ring. Let's keep going.
Your call has been forwarded.
Rick!
You don't get to
Okay,
call him.
can you send him my number or something? Come on, Rick. Oh wow. Okay, wait. And now we have anti-Lucian Rick settings set up.
Hello.
Rick, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So, yeah, we were discussing Thanksgiving dinner, right? That's coming up.
Oh, yes,
And,
it is. Very quickly.
So, you're a family of independents, right?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I like that. And you work in the turquoise mines in Arizona?
No, not at all.
But you do like your wife likes turquoise. Do you also? Because a lot of men in Arizona like turquoise also.
Sure.
more my
I
granddad.
don't have a problem with turquoise.
Do you have a turquoise bolo tie? I know those are big there.
I may have one around here. I know one. Tristan has one of my father's polo pins.
Amazing. See, I know the Arizonans. So okay, yeah. Thanksgiving. You refused to say who you voted for. We called up my dad right before you. He got very upset. He said he was in the middle of watching regular news, which turned out to be NBC with Lester Holt. Would you consider that regular news?
I mean, I'm gonna say I watch Lester Holt, so I mean.
So that's also
news.
your regular news. Okay.
I don't watch a whole lot of news, but that tends to be what's probably on at night if news is on.
So we are recording now. It seems like you have a less of a problem with podcasts than my father, who I think is still triggered from my high school days. But yeah, would you tell us who you voted for? Maybe.
I voted none of the above, quite literally.
So that was, you didn't check anybody off. Not even.
Oh, I did. I checked the box and I put none of the above.
See, what? So not even Hawk Tua.
I no. I do know what that means.
So why did you decide to sit this one? It's actually kind of interesting, yeah, to fully sit it out.
I gave my opinion that I don't think any party has the true American people in thought anymore. I think they are gone way to the extremes to both sides, and I'm a little tired that 80% or so, let's say 60% of the independent Americans have no options other than to go with, we'll call it the lesser of two evils if you want to say that, but that's just my opinion.
Well, then none of the above is the lesser of two evils, I think. All right. So, with the left, they didn't have a primary. They just they thrust Kamala at the country, right? Raised 1.2 billion, paid Oprah Winfrey, what is it? 2.5, yeah.
Grand.
No, more than that. So, it just came out today that just Oprah, that
Holy
rally
shit.
cost, So they were paying all these people to endorse Kamala. Doesn't that seem crazy and propagandistic? Versus Trump, who just said, okay, I love this strategy. Like even hostile media, if you want to interview me, I'll go on the interview. I'm an open book. It's interesting that you wouldn't even slightly gravitate towards that and still want to stay independent.
Here's the thing. I have my problem with Trump is that when he talks, he literally just says whatever comes out of his mouth, which is fine. But half the time, I don't know if I believe half the shit he says. I don't believe half the shit any politician says, to be honest with you. But I have a real problem with some of the things, how he'll say something, and then, the next time he says something, oops, I said the wrong thing, so now I'll say something else or whatever.
Wait, Rick. What's an example? What's an example of that?
I don't know. I'm not. This is. It's
I know,
interesting
sorry-
that you
sorry
called
to put
me
you
because
on
my
the spot.
son also knows that I'm very not political when it comes to that.
Okay. Yeah.
I literally, just like I said, I just have a problem with the political system in general right now. I just think, it's kind of like our own, the person here that was running for Senate, who is a true Trump person.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no, the only person, that's one thing I did vote for is because I don't think she had any purpose being in the Senate.
Okay. You just didn't like Carrie. Listen. Despite being a conservative, I will absolutely admit there are a good handful of retards on our side. Carrie Lake, I personally don't think Carrie Lake's one of them, but we can sort of agree to disagree on that one. But yeah, I love when people don't just vote a lever ticket, and they research the candidates and go with the candidates that align best with their beliefs. I think that's wildly admirable. Okay, so now here's the thing. So you and my dad, you guys both like regular news, I guess. Here's have you read the news that has been suppressed recently? So after the weird fear mongering that leftist media, regular news, as you guys call it, have done for the past year, there was a father, right, who shot his wife and two children, I believe in Washington State. There have been a bunch of murders and suicides. Leftists who are terrified about this upcoming Trump presidency, and some of this was due to the completely false belief that now abortion is going to be completely banned, whereas it's not changing. It's now just a states' right issue, rather than giving the Fed more power. So you don't see a problem. Do you see a problem with that at all?
I see a problem with people that have gone off the edge thinking the world's going to come to an end because Trump's in presidency. Absolutely. Yeah. I have people I know that are in that boat that are like, oh my God, everything's going to change. The world's going to come to an end and people are going, he's going to take away everything or this or that. And don't get me wrong. I think that there's things that I believe that Trump likes power. Not saying that anyone that goes into politics doesn't like power. Where will that take us? I'll let the next 4 years figure that out for us. I have nothing necessarily wrong with the past 4 years that he was in, but he was also, I'm not going to say he did a lot of great things for us, but he also didn't destroy the world.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, okay,
my opinion is not.
You know, so the war in Ukraine, before he even assumed the presidency, war in Ukraine, right? It's they're coming to an agreement. He spoke to Zelensky and Putin. Zelensky went on the record saying that both sides are finally winding down. That entire war was basically just. It was fueled. It shouldn't have lasted this long in the first place. It was fueled by the West so that we could sell arms to, largely to Zelensky for a losing war. Trump said he wants it over. Now it's finally over. Less people will be dead, right? And then Netanyahu pulling more out of the Gaza Strip, concluding the war with Hamas. Isn't that exciting and confidence boosting to you?
Specific.
Let's get back to Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah. So Thanksgiving dinner. So if I came to Thanksgiving dinner with you in Arizona, right? Would you be upset if these issues were brought up? Would you let your son bring them up?
I would not want my Thanksgiving dinner to turn all politics, but that's just because I don't think that's what Thanksgiving dinner is for. Thanksgiving dinner is there to be grateful for the family that we have, hopefully grateful for the family we have, enjoying, the lives that we've shared together. Politics tends to divide people, and anytime right or wrong, and I'm not judging on that. And I don't think the Thanksgiving meal is there so that people can try and figure out ways to divide. I think Thanksgiving should be seeing things that people have in common and enjoying the time that they have together, and not letting it become a, now I'm upset because this was said or that was said.
It's a beautiful.
But that can happen in anything. That can be happening with anything. That can happen in religion. That can happen with a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Your son told me he converted to Satanism, so I guess he shouldn't bring that up.
Oh, great, Tristan. We'll have to have a talk.
So you already do you have your Thanksgiving toast lined up?
I don't do a Thanksgiving toast.
No. Well,
You could write one.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving toast is rub-a-dub-dub. Let's have some grub. Yay, Lord.
Okay, yeah, well, a prayer, yeah, that was pretty much it. Tristan knows me too well.
I'm being told by our producer who, I find this fascinating because he's a bigger, I don't know your body type, but our producer, he's a bigger man, and I found out that he slept with half the women at our club. So it's all the hot ones. It makes very little sense to me. But great for him. Maybe we could. So if not politics, maybe you guys could talk about that during dinner.
We're cutting that part out.
Yeah. Well,
That's why we don't do a lot of
anything for your dad?
Good job. Thank you.
I'm not sure what I helped with, but sure.
Entertainment.
There you go.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Buddy. All right. Talk soon. Bye.
Peace.
So, two different dads, two different vibes. Who's to say which father you'll have on Thanksgiving dinner? But we
Nobody wants to talk about politics at Thanksgiving. What's that about, man?
Well, what else?
That's all I want to talk about.
Yeah, what else do you talk about?
Yeah,
well,
right.
we're also, we're
a little more
so in politics in New York. I can't think of a. I don't know. Most of my family dresses like fucking shit. So do I talk about their outfits?
Well, when my dad told me that he didn't vote for either candidate, and apparently my grandmother voted for Kamala, I was talking to my mother and I was like, why didn't anybody call me? I pretty much just read about this and listen to this and talk to people about this almost all day now, right? I feel like I have a pretty informed point of view. Why didn't anybody call me? And my mother literally goes, I tried to tell your grandmother that she should get on the phone with you before she sent in her ballot, because they did mail-in ballots, right?
Yeah.
And my mother's a Trump voter, and
Nice.
you know, but that's the interesting thing. It's like
Oh,
nobody
wow.
wants to
So
talk about-
your mother's more of a man than
they're divorced.
makes sense.
But they, you know, nobody wants to talk about politics. But nobody wants to talk about politics before
See,
Thanksgiving.
you should have told me that before the Rick call, because I could have brought that up.
That's okay. That's okay. It was a long time ago.
Well,
That's
we'll call
ancient-
him
that's ancient history.
episode 2. We'll call him back and ask him about that.
You should just have him on the podcast. What's the point of being on the podcast?
I did love his laugh. Yeah, between his laugh and Ian's. Okay, so tell you what, if we're running short on time, we could just, continuing the Thanksgiving dinner thing, right?
Sure.
So who's not dying? Who's a mom that's not dying that we could call? Actually, I could, see, my mom will sort of agree with us.
Yeah, Mom.
And then tell us about meditating.
That would be interesting, though, to hear why she voted, because she's a low
Well,
information
also,
voter, too.
she voted for Trump, and my parents are also divorced.
Yeah.
See, powerful women. Like, honestly.
Hey, Lush, I can't talk long. I'm in a restaurant.
Okay.
Do you have information on when you're coming?
Yeah, Thanksgiving on Friday, I believe, Friday or Saturday. But hey, very quickly.
Thanksgiving is on Thursday.
I know, Mom. Okay, I'm just telling you when we're driving there.
The day after
Okay,
Thanksgiving.
hey. Okay, let's rein this in for a sec. Yeah, noisy restaurant. Okay, first of all, I love you. I want you to have a nice restaurant. But very quickly, we're filming a podcast right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Remember when I had the biggest podcast in North America?
I sure do.
Yeah, we're trying to restart that same vibe, right? So Thanksgiving dinner is the topic. We're calling parents.
Okay.
So are you also against? You voted for Trump, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you also against any political conversation at the table, or no?
Oh yeah, I'm against that. It's a new day.
It's a new day. So
yeah.
so here's the question: If you don't discuss politics at the Thanksgiving table, I hate this background noise so much. I'm going to kill myself. But if you're not discussing politics at the table, what is there to discuss?
Well, son, we have a lot to discuss, and I'm probably going to have you boys.
She's talking about her estate, by the way. Okay. Yeah, I told you we're recording a podcast, so
When?
right now, Mom, I put you on
Oh,
speaker.
my goodness.
Yeah, so don't talk about the estate.
Oh my goodness.
It also,
Okay.
oh my God, so talking about when you die, what my brother and I get is Thanksgiving conversation, but politics isn't.
Yeah, but not in a negative way.
During
but listen,
Thanksgiving
honey.
dinner. Well, that sounds
Okay,
awful.
then it'll be okay. So we'll
Okay,
talk about.
I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. I'm going to Dad's, and I'm just to argue about politics. If those are my options. I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you soon.
All
I did say we were recording. So
Oh boy,
I know.
can't
Okay.
wait.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, bye.
Love you,
honey.
bye.
Love you. Bye.
Okay.
All right, come on, motherfucker.
Great. So I guess we'll no good options for a Thanksgiving conversation.
We've got one more person to call. We've got 5 minutes, right? All right, let's do it. She already knows I'm here.
Hey there, dude. What's up?
What's up, man?
She sounds hot.
Hear me?
Yeah, you're quiet.
Wait, oh my gosh. Call her on my phone.
Tristan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you back.
You definitely dropped your phone in water. Your dad owes you a new phone.
I actually
That's what
actually
you're going to
have
talk
this
about
phone.
Thanksgiving.
Hey, what's up? It's me.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
You're on the podcast.
Oh, hi. This is Lisa Fran, straight from Phoenix.
It's a little bit
Oh my
different
God,
from
she's-
news radio.
What's What's up?
So we're talking about Thanksgiving and politics. Politics at the Thanksgiving table, yes or no?
I say yes, but
Okay,
I
expand
like
on
Lisa going there.
I think you should be able to speak with your family about what's important to you no matter what day it is. And sometimes Thanksgiving is the only day when everyone's around the table. Now, not everybody is open to expressing, and they don't want to have any kind of contentious feelings on a holiday, but I've always been one, let's talk about it whenever we can, it doesn't matter. You know?
We called all 3 other parents for the 2 hosts right now, and all 3 of them said no politics around the Thanksgiving table. And I thought that was interesting because, people don't want to talk about politics before Thanksgiving, and they don't want to talk about politics during Thanksgiving. So when are we going to be talking about politics? Never?
Well, like I said, some people aren't comfortable with confrontation and disagreement. Unfortunately, I've heard some things recently on the news where people have disowned their family members because they have different political views. And I just think that's ridiculous because your family is your family, and I think you should be able to agree to disagree.
Which news were you watching?
Regular news.
I don't remember. It was probably it was probably the world news, I guess, ABC.
David Muir?
It probably was that one, but it might have been a local news.
Lisa,
I honestly don't remember.
Lisa,
But
so my father called NBC with Lester Holt regular news, and I like all these terms for the news. So you're calling it world news, and then that means AB. I'm just trying to get these terms nailed down for my own.
It's the world news with David Muir. That's
It's
on
actually
every
called
night.
world. It's actually called World News,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
and it's ABC with who? Not Lester Holt again.
David Muir. He hosted
No,
the
it's
Trump-
David
the Trump Conway
Muir.
debate.
Oh, that stupid fellas! Oh my gosh, he's the
nasty
worst.
Nasty word.
Well, I can say that.
I didn't realize until recently how biased the different news channels were.
And
so I always thought the world news was reporting it as it is. Well,
with a
found
name
out
like
that
World
I was-
News, what else?
I was completely wrong, but that's what, yeah.
You should jump over to there he is. He's
Next it'll be ultimate news and infinite news.
Infant news. Yeah. Oh my God. Great. So, you and Rick divorced. I heard, or one of my
That's
PAs told me.
correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So it wasn't over Trump, I assume. Right?
Oh gosh, no. Oh no, we divorced almost 20 years ago now.
Oh wait. How old were you? 8. Oh, okay. Oh, that's it's around my brother's. That's a tough one. Should have waited till college. But anyway, so 2 different Thanksgivings, right?
Oh yeah.
So you're going to both of them?
I'm going to neither of them.
Neither. You're gonna. Well, your mom sounds like she has a better Thanksgiving.
I'll zoom in.
Wait, really? So you're not asking him to come back for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'm gonna try to convince him. You sound wonderful. You also sound very
He is
attractive.
welcome to come anytime. We want to see him anytime he can.
If this show
he's got a full plate.
if this show progresses, could you be our Arizona correspondent?
If you really want me to, I'd be more than happy.
Yes. Can you just send me a couple of headshots? You have my number now.
Sure. Tristan, remind me. I'm driving now, so remind me.
Perfect.
All right.
Love it.
I'll get Grandma to take the headshots.
Okay.
We gotta wrap it up, guys.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Mom. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right.
Closing
Bye,
remarks.
guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
She was the most delightful, I think, out of the 4 parents we called.
She's great.
Wow.
I've got very
And you
happy
don't wanna see her on Thanksgiving.
I do.
This is I'm gonna actually go to her Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Since
sure.
I have her number now.
The food is good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What did she make?
It's the classic shit. And we also do some Mexican stuff, so we'll do like enchiladas.
Are you Are you a little Mexican? You look
No.
You look something.
No.
What are you?
Scottish, French.
Really?
I'm a Campbell. Yeah. My the other side of my family are Courtemanche. Courtemanche.
What is
It's
that?
It's a
What's it
French last name.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quartermash sounds like a Thanksgiving dish.
Yeah, actually.
It's when you put the cranberry sauce in the mashed potatoes.
So,
I believed you for a second.
when was the last time you went home for Thanksgiving?
It was a year or two ago. I mean, I go home, but I'll go home in January, February.
Okay, yeah, this is sort of like a boring cap, but yeah, your mom sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't go, I will. And then how are we signing off or capping this? Yeah, I think we what did we establish?
Get my parents on the phone.
I don't think we reached any real conclusions or advice for people about these Thanksgiving dinners.